Welcome, everybody, to Seeds of True Success. We have some very special guests today to help us talk about supercharging seeds. That's our topic. How can we make the thoughts, words, and actions that we do more powerful? If you've had any DCI or seed information before, you know it's all about the actions we do now to create our future. So today we have special guest stars who have come here from Singapore. We are together in Arizona, old friends. We've done many in-person sessions together, training. And this is Sugang and Xintian.
Hi.
Hi.
They are the founders of DMO, which is the English provider of DCI in Asia. And they're also the DCI partner in Indonesia, providing DCI and seed method information to everyone in Indonesia. And also Xintian is a jewelry designer. She has J Jewels, which is a beautiful company making amazing raw diamond jewelry and other beautiful, beautiful things that I've really enjoyed looking at. So I am going to, I'm Alex Rowland. Maybe I said that.
Hi, Alex.
This is
Hi,
Janice
Alex.
Sanders in Colorado, my partner. I think you all know her, my business partner at Seeds of True Success. We're sorry she's not down here with us, but we're really happy to be together today to talk about this really important topic of supercharging our seeds. I'm going to turn it over to Xintian and Sugang. They're going to start telling us some stuff about the upcoming level 5, which we're going to be broadcasting soon in the United States. And at the end, we're going to talk a little bit about level 7, which is also coming up all around the world right now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to turn it over to you two, and we'll see you in a minute.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Alex. Hi, friends.
Hi.
Online friends watching this recording. Before we start talking about what level 5 is all about, I would like to share about the first time two of us got into the system. That was like about 8 years ago, 8 or 9 years ago. Wow, time flies. 9 years ago. We have been married for, at that moment, we have been married for about 15 years. And, you know, when we first got married, we were happy. The world is like paradise. And then slowly we have children, but slowly the relationship became worse and worse. And 2014, I would say, is the rock bottom of our relationship. We quarreled, a lot of problems. I don't want to talk too much about those negative things, right? We didn't see eye to eye. A lot of things that she did was all wrong.
Seems very strange when you talk like this now.
Yeah. And the same thing happening to her too. Whatever I did was wrong. And we were so lucky at that moment. Lucky, is it really luck? We were introduced to the seed system. And Xintian was the first one to go to the study group where we read books together. We studied the seed system, the basic. And then she changed kind of like overnight. And I was so surprised. Wow. You know, the feeling was like, oh, I got a new wife. The wife who used to go out early in the morning and came back late at night to avoid me and my parents.
Did I do that?
Yeah. In Asia, we live with parents, especially because I'm the eldest in the family. So after she attended the first session, she changed the next day. I was kind of, okay, what happened? And at that moment, there was another session a few days later. So we actually, I went with her. And yeah, the rest is history, you know? So would you like to share a bit about what happened the first time when you went to the session talking about the seed system?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Yeah, just now the story is so real. But when Sugan talked to you just now, I feel like, did I do that? Because now actually our relationship is way better than before. It seems like the getting together that time before married, we don't feel this thing, but now it's like, it's so different. So it starts by, having problem. And then I have a, thought that maybe if one day I can meet a way how to create my relationship from so high, so good, so nice, going down, and I bring it back. And I told to myself, there must be a way, and I really wants to learn that. And suddenly, yes, somebody talk about the pen story. And then it's just like the story. I went to a one study group one night, and then the next day is a story. It's just like I'm a different person. So actually,
So what was so different? What really changed you after you listened to the pen story?
yeah, it's actually, I was thinking that time, if really the pen story is true, that everything is coming from me, then the solution of my problem is also coming from me, and it is impossible if I cannot have the beautiful marriage as before, and even, beautiful even more. So I start to come to the levels in the DCI, joining the learning.
So at that moment, me too, I also had a realization when I heard the pen story. Instead of putting all the blame on her, I started to reflect and try to find solutions.
Yeah.
And in that year, we happened to have a level 5, which is called perfect relationship. And wow, I thought this is perfect. Let's attend and learn. So we went to attend the level 5, perfect relationship. And we realized that there are at least 12 deeper tools that we got to learn, and
12 powerful
life tools
yeah.
that we can really use straight away, not just to improve our relationships, but in many other areas of life.
Yeah.
And the good news is that we managed to change our relationship from worse to the best. And as a bonus, we also see improvements in many other areas: financial area, health,
and a peace of
and
mind.
a peace of mind. Yeah. So
and we are working to be a sample of everybody. It's a good example for everyone.
So what is exciting about this level at that moment when I first attended was that this tool, we learn about the 4 steps. We learn about 4 steps. After we listen to the pen story, then we learn about the 4 steps. About from the pen, how do we plant the seeds for a pen, and how to plant seeds for money, because we know that the pen is just a potential, right? So what really caught me off guard, or what really surprised me, was that in level 5, we learned how to supercharge the 4 steps, like the title of this session, Supercharge My Seeds. And particularly, there is one deeper tool called Raw Seeds, about how it's basically it's free. We just need to align our thought, our mind, when we do the 4 steps. And it's so beautiful. There are basically 3 ways to have a different, to adjust our mind when we are doing the 4 steps, right? First, we need to set our motivation, and then we need to strengthen our emotion. And finally, we need to have a special perception of the person that we are helping in the 4 steps. And for this, I think Cynthia has a good example to share with everyone.
Yeah, I really did my homework when I attend level 5, and I quickly practice it. I'm using the life tool. So because I want to plant a seeds to see my relationship, not only with my husband, but with my parents-in-law getting better, and then the children, and also the surrounding, to create a very good harmony life. So because I learned this life tool about, how to supercharge it. So every time, I need to have a very good intention. So I did my 4-step whenever I'm coming back home. So I really put in my schedule that if I reach home, then I will directly go and find my mother-in-law, because I want to plant a seed, harmony seed. So my 4-step is my parents-in-law actually. So I create the situation where I just serve her, like, giving a massage.
So first of all, what kind of motivation you have in mind when doing that?
Motivation is that because I know that it's the seeds is coming from me, which is I'm planting it first to see the harmony. Then my motivation, I should create a good relationship so I can become an example for everybody that this system is really strong and this system can really help my relationship.
Something like becoming virus.
Yeah.
The seeds virus for everyone.
For my friends, I thought everybody is having this kind of difficult life in marriage, but I can be also a virus of a good virus. Then after that, of course, I do the action, serve my mother-in-law. Do you know that in my mind,
I know when you arrive home at night, you're already feeling very
I'm really
tired.
very tired.
You don't really feel like doing it, but you have to do it because you want to plant seeds. So what kind of emotion you have to change at that moment?
So I put the emotion that they are really important person.
So you feel very excited to serve them?
It's like I'm needed. It's not only for my family, but also for my environment. So the emotion is like, it's really strong that I really want to be happy. I want to really feel if I am also a parent, I wish that my children also come to me. So that emotion is in me so strong. So every time I come back home, then I quickly go and find my mother.
So instead of feeling tired, you
just
set your emotion
drop
to
everything.
feel very excited and happy
happy
to serve them. Yeah.
Happy, and it's a beautiful feeling in my heart actually whenever I do this 4-step with my in-laws. And actually when I look at them, I feel that they are not somebody that I used
a special perception, different perception.
My
right?
perception is like they are a very important person. It's just like somebody so important in the family that I should come and visit them every night.
So although we are living together in one house, but she would take the effort to go to their bedroom. And what did you do in the
massage?
bedroom? You massage.
1 hour.
Yeah. So after 1 hour, you feel very tired and exhausted. But because my father haven't gotten his massage,
then I massage my
you continue again with what kind of feeling?
Happy feeling.
Although your body is tired.
Willing to serve.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think this is very smart of her, She did that and she planted the seeds for me to not feel bad about her anymore.
And of course, 4-step, we need to close it with a very strong coffee meditation. And I think there will be an explanation
Janice, talk
by
about
Janice
that,
about the final point of coffee meditation. So 1 hour is not only talking, but also thinking about how beautiful it is, to see that I can actually so happy to create this situation and doing the serving to my in-laws, and I really are full of joyfulness.
So because of the fun conversation in the room, I had no choice but to also join the conversation. So I was also doing the 4 steps at the same time.
Yes.
And luckily we attended the level together. So I understood that not only she had to plant the seeds, I also had to plant the seeds.
Yeah.
And because of that understanding, I also went into the room. Although I didn't do the massage, but at least I took part in the conversation. And consciously, I know that I was planting the seeds. And in my mind, I was also applying the raw seeds that we described a little bit just now. So I think luckily we attended the level
Level
together,
5.
right? Yeah.
So this is benefit when you come to level 5. So it's not only that actually,
There are
many other
deeper tools. Yeah.
and then the benefit is a lot, like, from this relationship, which is getting better, the harmony it starts to, blooming, the flowering. And of course, not like that. Also, we are also inviting, generous seeds to blooming.
So yeah, so we use the same life tools, deeper tools when we are planting, when we are doing 4 steps to plant our money seeds. Right. So again, the motivation is we want to become seeds virus, right? And then we do it happily.
Very happy.
Sometimes when we don't have enough money to give, we have this feeling, but yeah, just give as much as we could, And then of course we look at our 4-step partner as somebody special.
Yes, they are special. They are there for us to plant the seed.
So to us, this level 5 is very special because that's the first level that we attended with Geshe Michael.
Yeah, the beginning of
the first time we met
the
Geshe
future.
Michael. Yeah, is our first step into the brighter future. Yeah, in fact, I would say now our relationship is so way much better than when we first met. Of course, when I first met her, I didn't know her much. But now we know each other even better.
Yeah.
And then we have good money seeds.
Yeah.
We
It's
have
improving
we have good health seeds.
every time.
And so I would say that this level 5 was really an eye-opening for us.
Yeah.
Especially for me.
For me also.
Yeah. And from there, then we started to do the catch-up. Level 1, 2, 3, 4, and all the other levels. Yeah, that's a bit of sharing from us. And today we have a group of SIDS practitioners in Asia. We are serving the English-speaking audience and also the Indonesian market. Yeah. Because we came from Indonesia. So all the best to all of you, to everyone. I really hope that you come in eagerly to learn and to become a better version of yourself. Thank you.
Create a perfect relationship.
And create perfect relationship.
Thank you so much. We're going to turn it over to Janice.
Okay, sure.
Janice is going to be telling us a little bit more about some of the things in level 5 that she really has benefited from. Janice?
Oh, thanks, Alex. And thanks, Sugan. Thanks, Cynthia. I've known these guys since 2017. How many years is that? I can't do the math right now. But I'm just looking at Cynthia and Sugan, and I just see their happiness because I know they're using this seed system. And it makes me really happy just to look at you and see the joy in your relationship and just how you've grown while you've done that. So they talked a lot about how to supercharge how to supercharge our 4-step plans with our motivation. When we grab that doorknob to go in and visit the old lady, we think we're not just doing this for ourselves, but if we can change ourselves, we can change the entire world. And then having that feeling about who is that person? They're very special. Maybe I'm not here to provide them company. Maybe they're here to help me plant seeds for a great relationship. That's your mother-in-law, right, Cynthia? Yeah, that's so great. So, if we know anything about seeds, and we've gone to these sessions before, then we must have awareness that we're planting seeds all the time. We plant them every breath, every moment of every day, we are planting the seeds. But as Sugan and Cynthia told us, they reminded us about the 4 steps. And if we understand what the 4 steps do, the 4 steps supercharges our seeds that we're planting because we do it with the motivation. We do it with the understanding of where our world and our reality is coming from. So we're already supercharging what we do every day by understanding that we're creating our reality by the words we speak, the things we do and every action we take, our thoughts, we're planting seeds. So what I want to talk to you about today is how do we really get those seeds to ripen? If we're planting seeds all day long, every moment of the day, we're planting billions upon billions of seeds. And now we're doing this new practice. We've learned about the 4-step system. We're setting an intention for something that we want. We have a goal. I'll do a quick review of the 4 steps. First of all, we make a decision of something we want to attain in our life. And then the second step is we think of somebody else who also wants that same thing, and we make a detailed plan to help them get it. We make a plan of meeting them, where we're going to meet them, what we're going to talk about, and then all the details. It's all in step 2. And then in step 3, we do it. We meet that person. So those are 3 steps. And the last one is the coffee meditation, the 4th step. And that's what I want to talk about mostly today. But I want to do a warm up of just by doing these 3 steps, we are planting supercharged seeds because we're doing it with an intention and a motivation to help someone else get what they want. And also I mentioned that all day long, we're planting seeds every moment of the day. So how do we get the seeds from our 4-step plan to ripen quick and ahead of all those other seeds we planted? Some of them might not have been good seeds. I don't know about you, but I know I plant a lot of bad seeds every day because I don't remember that I'm creating my world. I just don't think about it. So how do I get my seeds for the things I want to ripen? I don't want to be another 30 years older when I don't even remember that 4-step plan. Well, it's coffee meditation. Coffee meditation is the 4th of the 4 steps, and it's actually the most important step. Now, let me explain why it's the most important. Because, as I mentioned before, we plant seeds all day long. We can plant seeds doing our 4 steps, but we want to ripen our seeds fast and quick. And that's why the 4th step, our coffee meditation, is the most important step. It is the water, the sunlight, and the fertilizer that we put on the seeds for what we want that makes them ripen ahead of all those other seeds we planted all day long. And that makes me really happy about that. So, we pour a little water, a little sunshine, we get what we want, it's going to ripen more quickly. It's a way that we can manipulate how we create our world. If our world comes from seeds, which it does, our world comes from what we do, and we're intentionally planting seeds, and we want those seeds to ripen quickly, we manipulate it by watering them. And that's coffee meditation. So how do you do it? Well, the traditional way is you do it in the evening. You might have gotten calmed down. You've had a busy day. You've done a lot, but in the evening, you've settled down, you've had dinner, you're getting in that state where you're ready to go to bed and your mind becomes softer and more relaxed. Maybe you've had a cup of herbal tea, which I just drink all day long and love. And my mind's calm and I'm getting ready for sleep. And then I just start in a relaxed way reviewing my 4-step plan. I review all the good things that I did when I met my 4-step partner. Were they happy to see me? Were they happy to get out of the house? Were they happy with the coffee shop I chose? Did they like the coffee? Did it taste good? Did they like the dessert I suggested? And then what did we talk about? Did it help them? Did they have good ideas? Did I allow them to share things too? And then I get this really super happy feeling about every detail that I did when I just did it and took them to the coffee shop. And that waters the seeds that makes them grow fat, like if you're in a submarine and you blow up a balloon and you put air into it, it's going to rise to the surface and it's going to ripen quicker, much faster. But if you never put air into that balloon, it's just going to stay at the same level. So coffee meditation puts the air into the balloon so that it floats the seeds in the balloon up to the top where they can ripen. That's what our coffee meditation does. And we do it right before bedtime when we're feeling super relaxed. Now, an important thing to know about coffee meditation is it's sometimes difficult for us to do. So there are struggles with coffee meditation. Maybe, I don't know about you, but it is hard for me. Sometimes I feel like maybe I'm really prideful. Maybe I feel like I'm just a brag, like, oh, I'm so cool. I did this. I took Cynthia into the coffee shop and we discussed ways to make her marriage so much better. And maybe I feel like it's a brag, but it's not. What it is, it's just a feeling, an emotion that I am doing something that's not only helping me, but it's helping this other person, whoever it might be that I met with, that's helping them to change their world. And if I can do it for one person and they get good results, then I can get really excited because they'll want to share it. And the more we share it, it's just going to grow exponentially. So that's why we want it. It's not prideful. It's really a mistake to not do our coffee meditation. If we don't do our coffee meditation, we're skipping our success. We can wait 30 years and, never get the results so that's why coffee meditation is so important. Another reason we might not do it is, and I had a meeting with someone yesterday and I'm too tired. I work all day and I'm really tired when I get home, so I try and then I fall asleep. Or this is one I'm guilty of. I will start my coffee meditation and I'll feel really happy, but then my mind doesn't stay focused on it. I don't treat it like a real meditation. And I wander into the field of worrying. And we don't want to do that. We really want to keep practicing and doing our coffee meditation, because the more we practice it, the stronger it's going to become. It will become a habit. And if you know anything about seeds, things that we do over and over again on a continual basis ripen much faster than things we only do occasionally. So we make a habit of our coffee meditation. So now that we know a lot of the great things about coffee meditation and the benefits and how to do it, let's talk about some new ways that we can do coffee meditation all the time. We don't have to just wait till nighttime. We can do it every time we see something good happening. So there are a list of 7 ways that we can do our coffee meditation. And I actually wrote them down so that I wouldn't skip any of them. So the first one is you can do coffee meditation on your 4-step plan, meaning normally we just do it on the part that we go to the coffee shop and the experience we have in the coffee shop. But we can do a coffee meditation on the time that we took planning our 4-step plan, the step 2. We can just feel really good, like, wow, this is so cool. I'm thinking about somebody else and I want to help them. So that's the first one that we can do. And the second one is we can be happy that we're in a system that in order for us to get what we want, we give it to someone else. That's a paradigm shift. That ends competition. That's a game changer for this whole world. If we could share that and inspire others to really grasp onto that, I can't even imagine what a beautiful place we would all be in our environment around us. So being happy that we're in a new system where we're not grasping and taking things, we're planting seeds by giving what we want. I think it's just beautiful. And the third one is that we're happy that we've made this mental shift, that we're willing to take our time to help someone else get what they want, to plant the seeds for what we want. I didn't grow up believing that. I thought we had to work hard and the only way you got things if you got it before someone else got it. But that's not how seeds work. Seeds work by seeing ourselves give what we want. And then another one is we can do a coffee meditation on seeds that we've planted in the past that we don't even remember planting. For example, if I'm enjoying seeing Alex and Cynthia on the screen right now, and I am, what did I do to see these beautiful women, these wonderful women that are in the seed system? Well, I might not remember those seeds, but I must have planted something very sweet in the past, similar to that. So even though I don't remember those seeds, I can have a coffee meditation that I planted them, and it plants new seeds in me right now. And the next one is recycling seeds. It's very much like the one above, but if we've had continuous success, and I've had really good success in getting employees in the past, great success. So I did something to plant those people, and then those seeds ripened and they wore out. So if I want those seeds to continue, I can do coffee meditation on seeds I planted 20 years ago to have success in getting good employees. I don't know what seeds they were, but I know I must have planted them because I experienced the results. So I can do coffee meditation on that. And then, oh, I like this one because I see it in Cynthia and Sugan. Seeds that you must have planted to see long-term results, like at a marriage that just gets better and better. You can water those seeds. Like marriages start out sweet, sometimes they turn sour. You learn the seed system, and then you learn how to plant more seeds for such a wonderful marriage that grows stronger and stronger. Just go back and think about what seeds that might have been and do coffee meditation on them. And my whole goal today is to improve my coffee meditation so that I can be a living example for all of you so that you'll improve in your coffee meditation. And remember, if you skip your coffee meditation, you're skipping your success because you've planted billions of seeds all day long. You want your seeds to rise up from that submarine in that balloon full of your good seeds and ripen right now. So I hope you do it. And I hope it'll turn into DCI Global Level 5, where we can go deeper and deeper into all these techniques. It's just such a great life tool. And it's simple. And simple and easy is true. When it's difficult, it's like believing that medicine has to taste bad to be effective. So simple things work, okay? And Alex Rowland, my dear sweet friend and Seeds of True Success partner, is going to tell us more about Level 5, and she's going to introduce DCI Global Level 7, where we can actually learn how to see how we can have a direct experience of how our seeds are creating our reality. So welcome, Alex, and thank you again. Thank you, Cynthia.
Thank you, Jenny.
Janice. It's so great to see you. I miss you. Even though we live close together in Colorado, I feel that I don't get to see you nearly as often as I'd like to, but we get to see each other on Zoom, and we're very thankful for that. And it's so great to be down here with some of our other friends from Sedona College International. We trained together and we inspire each other. I guess I'm on the big screen for other people. I'm on a little screen. Does that matter that I'm little? I just want to make sure that the recording is going right for people.
You're a big screen to me.
Okay, I'm big for Jay. I've expanded. Thanks again. So what I want to talk about today is why would we want to go deeper? You know, we maybe have taken multiple DCI levels. Maybe we did level 1, level 2, maybe we didn't. Some of you out there I know have taken the relationship level, level 4. And then now there's a second relationship level. So why do we keep learning more? How does it help us? One of the big differences between level 4 and level 5 is the fine detail points and answering big questions that come up in our relationships. So I encourage you to come and learn those fine details because it helps us to be more skillful in how we plant seeds. I think a lot of you have tried the 4 steps. Here in this room, everyone here is using them for the things that they want to get in their lives. And that inspires me when I see other people being successful with the 4 steps. So we kind of took a leap and tried this new system. As Janice was saying, we decided to try out if it was true that helping somebody else would help us get what we wanted. And that's a new way of thinking. And for me, I didn't grow up in a culture where that was normal. But I tried it, and I know a lot of you have tried it. We learned the details. We learned how to do it. And we tried to do it well. And I think if you're like me, we had success. Some small successes. And for me, I've had some really big successes, some increase in my income that was way beyond what I imagined. And not only did I increase my business income by using the 4 steps, but money started coming to me from all kinds of unexpected places. And you'll hear that this could happen. And, you probably think, oh, that's not really going to happen if I do the 4 steps. But I mean, really like obscure relatives started leaving me money when they passed away and things like that, that you would never expect. So I had success beyond what I could have imagined. So what happens then is we start to have some faith that it works. If you're like me, though, you might still be wondering, well, how does it work? How could I be creating my future? There's a big part of me that still feels that things are the way they are because I try hard to get them, and then maybe I can succeed or maybe I can't, and it doesn't have to do with me. It has to do with something out there from its own side, that success is out there waiting for me to kind of conquer it. In this attitude of competition. And I'm not saying that we don't have to try, that we don't have to use the methods of showing up at work and picking up the phone to make sales calls, because of course we do have to do those things. But how is it possible that, and here I'm breaking a very important DCIG rule, you should always have a pen with you, right? So I don't have a pen with me, but how is it possible? Thank you. Janice is holding up the pen. I don't know if you can see her on your screen. How is it possible that a dog, a person, a fly, multiple people in the room, how could we all be having a different reality? My friend Dinara is here. Dinara, I don't know if you feel comfortable, but I'm going to ask you to come onto the camera in a couple minutes if you feel like it. She didn't know, so she's not in her business clothes, but she looks great, and I hope I can introduce Dinara to you. So how is it possible that when a dog comes into the room, they see a chew toy? When I come into the room, I see this gray stick. Someone who is blind isn't going to see this stick, but they would feel it with their hands and have a different experience. A fly thinks of it as a landing pad, perhaps a runway. It's like there's multiple universes going on at the same time. I didn't grow up with that idea, though. And so there's a part of me that doesn't really believe it. Even after I've taken DCI 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're skipping 6 and going to 7 now because we did 6 last year. That was about using the DCI system to overcome serious problems, particularly addiction. Now in level 7, what we want to do is understand more deeply why the 4 steps work. And by understanding why, it actually supercharges your seeds in a totally different way. Right now, we can start to understand intellectually that what we do makes an imprint in our mind. And then when the causes and conditions are right, when we do our coffee meditation, then that seed ripens and comes out and puts itself like chocolate sauce onto this stick, and then I can write with it. It's a pen. We can hear that explanation, but do we really believe it in our heart through and through? What we've learned in DCI is that the reason it's possible is because of emptiness. And level 7 is called touching the diamond world. So emptiness, we can understand intellectually by if everybody leaves the room and just the stick is there, then what is it? When the dog's not looking, the person's not looking, we can say it's available. And I think that's a really good word, that it's available. It helps me to think of the boss. If you've ever worked for anybody, you may have had the experience where you thought the boss was yelling at you unfairly, and your coworker thought that the boss was finally giving you your just desserts, we say, that you're finally getting what you deserve, being reprimanded by the boss. So we can all have different opinions about one person. That's an intellectual understanding that the stick or the boss is available for our seed to ripen onto it. So how does it help us to understand that even more deeply in level 7? I'll give you an example. For me right now, I have 3 projects that I'm working on, and they're big projects. One is an ecological restoration project in the desert, growing trees where there's no water. Another one is being a DCI partner here in the United States with my friend Janice and bringing DCI to a big audience that doesn't really know about it and hasn't heard about it before. And then the third is a brand new company, a startup company, which is providing meditations in a corporate setting. All of these projects are in the startup phase, and I can get discouraged that they're not growing faster, or I can remember that the way to make them grow faster is through seeds. But I told you there's this old part of myself that doesn't totally believe that what I do is the only thing that's going to affect whether these projects are successful. I think it has to do with whether it's going to rain in the desert next year, whether the trees are going to grow, or how hard the wind is going to blow in the desert. Will it blow all the seeds away? So what is this level 7? Level 7 teaches us more about emptiness, but more importantly, it teaches us how we could actually see it directly. It's a very special experience where we would no longer only have an intellectual understanding about this concept of emptiness, but we would know it through and through because we saw for ourselves that it's true, that there's nothing that's not coming from my seeds. There's nothing that's not coming from what I think, say, and do. How would that change me? How would it change how I do my projects? Instead of getting discouraged or feeling like I have an impossible task, I would just always be remembering that helping somebody else with their project is how to do that. And in fact, Dinara, would you come up here? So I'm inviting my friend Dinara to come up. She's also a DCIG teacher. She's taken several levels of DCI, and you can tell us more about what you're doing with DCI. But what I want to tell you before she tells you that is that she has a huge new project she's helping with, which is called Diamond Silk Entrepreneur University, based in Kyoto. And I'm trying to help her a little bit with her project to help me with my projects. So Dinara, can you tell us something about your DCI work and maybe also your DSEU work, please?
Yeah, thank you so much. Hi, all. Hi, Janice. Haven't seen you for a while. I hope we can meet in live someday. Yes, and thank you for inviting me, Alex. I learned about the seed system more than 3 years ago. And one of first DCI experiences that I have was actually DCI 7. To be honest, I didn't understand a lot because it was a little bit, maybe not a little bit, but it was complicated for me. But going further, what I realized is that when I attended that DCI 7, I planted really good seeds. Yes, I maybe didn't understand a lot, but by trying to understand, by learning a seed system a little bit more every time through each DCI and every other event, I tried to understand the system. And I remember then when Geshe Michael said, the more you even try to understand the seed system, the better seeds you can plant. Janice just recently reminded you about coffee meditation. And I believe when you coffee meditate and when you try to understand more how seed system works, how these seeds are ripening, we of course cannot see it so far, right? But the more we understand it, and DCI 7 allows us to come closer to that understanding, to come closer to that vision of actually touching the diamond world. I think the more we do that, the closer we are and the faster our seeds ripen. even if I haven't seen that diamond world, right? I haven't touched it, but I can see already that by just trying to learn more about seed system, my seeds are ripening very fast. And even, for example, Alex mentioned about me being a DCIG teacher, but I also an SCIM assistant professor. I recently became that one. And it was such a surprise for me personally. I didn't plant those seeds, but it was a surprise. The seeds just ripened. And after 3 courses as a student, the college suggested me to become an assistant professor. It was a big surprise for me. So you never know how seeds work. It's just we have to try to learn about them as much as we can. And the more we learn, including DCIG7, especially I would say DCIG7, because it's all the secrets, I think, right? As Geshe Michael says, he gives all the secrets. And the more we learn about it, the better we learn about how seeds works, how seed system works, about emptiness as well. And the better we understand and our mind getting closer to touching the diamond world and achieving all our goals, of course.
Will you tell us just a couple sentences about DSEU?
Yes, sure.
Thanks. Then we'll be
Thank you.
signing off. Go ahead.
Thank you. Yeah, DSEU is a new project. It's, as Alex said, it's a Diamond Silk Entrepreneur University. It's a new project of Geshe Michael Roach and many other people. So the project is about actually accredited university. It's not only in Kyoto, but it will be based in US. So we will be getting a US-based accreditation. So basically what it means that everyone who wants to have an official education, an official degree, they will be able to get it. Can you imagine that? And what does it mean? It's not the usual university in the usual terms that we know, right? We know a lot of universities. We will be teaching, in that university, we will be teaching general, like Western known subjects in Western world, but also we will be teaching an ancient literature from Asia. So why we want to do that? We want to bring East and West worlds together, especially nowadays. We want to connect the 2 parts of the world, and that's the seeds that we want to plant. But also why we are, Geshe Michael wants to bring ancient wisdom, because it's really working. It is working for 2,500 years, right? Am I right? 2,500 years, right? Yeah, it is working, and it is exist because it's working. So Geshe Michael, he wants to combine the 2 worlds, the 2 ancient things and two wisdoms together. So the students who will be actually graduating from the university, they will become even more successful, like twice successful as the current students from any other university. That's, I think, why.
Thank you so much. And the website is
dseu.org.
dseu.org. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you to our guests, Tien and Sugang, and to Dinara and to Janice coming from Colorado. We hope to see you at DCI Level 5. Registration is open for that now. DCI Level 7 is coming soon around the world. And if you need any more information about any of those programs or about DSEU, please message us and we will get back to you with what you need. So thank you so much for being here, and we will see you next time. Bye. Bye, Janice.
Bye, Janice.
Bye. So nice to see you, Dinara, Alex.
Have a great day, everybody.
Yeah. Bye-bye.